What is up, everybody? Welcome back to We the Few. My name is, as always, Skylar Barty, and joining me is the very wonderful Jacob Sykes. How are you?
I'm okay.
That's good. You seem a little bit more low key today.
Yeah, today was a long day at work.
What time did you actually have to wake up for work today?
Oh, so I woke up at 8:00. I didn't leave until 8:30, but it was just Tuesdays and Thursdays are bad days to be at my job. They're just not good. We get very large. Today we got an abnormally large shipment in of boxes that weigh anywhere from 80 to 250 pounds.
And Jake can lift them all, ladies. He's here for you.
There we go. I'm here for you. My hands are like this, which you can't see, but they're filthy, so that your hands can
Stay
also
clean.
be filthy because you're going to play in the mud all the time.
Oh,
So who doesn't
okay.
like mud?
I see how it is. So you let her play in the mud while you do the dirty work.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're both doing dirty work.
She can do the dirty work too if she wants to. It's 2017.
And anyone can do anything.
Anyone can do whatever they want.
Except for men. We can't give birth.
Well,
okay.
Well, it depends on what your definition of man is.
I mean cis men.
Okay, cis men cannot have children.
Yes. Yet.
They can adopt a child, but
Yes.
our urethra is not
It's not large enough.
Canal.
We also don't have the means of a womb.
No. Well, no.
It's a little bit important.
We could probably bake a cake in the testicles. We could bake
a cake.
We could bake something up in there. It could be like a kangaroo's pouch.
A kangaroo's pouch.
Yeah, you can hold a couple babies in there.
So what you're saying is that men need to become seahorses.
Yes, men need to become seahorses.
And then,
have you ever seen those videos? It looks like they're in a lot of pain. But
the male seahorses?
Yeah, but it also looks like they're just sneezing and then shooting babies out. It's crazy.
Welcome to We the Few, where we talk about seahorse pregnancy.
Oh, you know what? We can get into the mating habits of ducks too, if you want to.
Oh, the duck has a 13-inch corks. What? That's real?
Yeah.
If no one's ever seen that video, look up true facts about the duck. It will blow your mind.
Facts. They are true facts.
They are, in fact, true. The duck does have a 13-inch corkscrew penis.
The only case of homosexual necrophilia, documented case of homosexual necrophilia in the animal kingdom is the mallard duck.
Mallards, dude.
They're so terrible.
Like ducks are the most aggressive assholes.
But they're so nice. Like if you raise them from your own.
If you raise a pet duck, it's probably a nice thing. But like ducks, the natural ducks, and then their more aggressive assholery cousins, the Canadian geese.
Oh, dude, fuck geese. I'll never forget. I was very young, and I was bitten by a goose that looked like Darth Maul.
You know why it is, right?
It wasn't a dream.
You know why that is?
Why?
Because geese are literally Hitler.
Geese are
which transitions into our
Hitler.
Literally everyone in today's world is Hitler. Everyone. You listen to anyone nowadays, someone's Hitler.
Yeah.
Like the most recent, if anyone's been paying attention to the news, and I was listening to this the last couple days, I've been following it. PewDiePie is a literal Nazi. He hates anyone that's not white. He is here to take down your black culture. He is here to... Actually, he's not. He's just here to make lols.
Yeah. Okay, look, I get the whole argument against calling him, like all the names... Basically referring to PewDiePie as being Hitler.
Yeah.
But... So, in case you don't know what the story is, PewDiePie, this YouTuber, I can't pronounce his real name.
It's Alex.
Something Swedish.
Yeah, it's something. He's very Swedish, very European. But he is the biggest YouTuber of all time with almost 50 million. I think he's now hit 50 million subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
He is ginormous.
And so what ended up happening is there's a website called Fiverr that he was doing a video about. And what you can do on Fiverr is anybody can offer a service, any service, and it only costs $5. It can be anywhere from I will make you a single cookie and ship it to you to like, I'll do voice acting for something that you have, like a 5-minute voice acting piece. Or you can get some people that don't speak English in a third world country to hold up a sign of whatever you want them to say, and they'll dance around and say it repeatedly over and over again, which is what PewDiePie did. He paid 2 guys $5 to hold up a sign that said "Death to all Jews" and prance around and laugh.
Well, so the experiment that he was doing with that video.
Experiment.
No, it wasn't really. So it's what it was is that he wanted to see how far he could take it, because like
somebody's already done it.
But like there's a difference between like, because PewDiePie is going to get the reach.
Okay, true, but 4chan has already been highly involved with Fiverr, and there is a guy on Fiverr that will make children in India that he's teaching English say whatever you want them to say. Yeah. So
whereas PewDiePie, whereas that's different. Whereas that's the guy on the other end making the $5. Whereas Felix is the one paying people to see what people would do for $5. So like with those guys, the 2 people that were holding up the sign, their Fiverr was, we will put anything on the sign and say it over and over.
Right.
And so what Felix was doing with a bunch of stuff, so he'd come across people on Fiverr, and he'd see, like, and he'd just go off the wall. And you are allowed to deny things on Fiverr.
Oh, absolutely.
So, like, you can say, yeah, I'm not going to do that. And granted, a lot of people turn down the offers, and good, good on them. But these 2 guys, and a lot of the time you don't know who the other person on the other end of the Fiverr is.
Right.
So, like, in this instance, Felix had no idea who these guys were. They obviously had no idea what Jew meant, or like what they were saying was at all. Mm-hmm. And you can easily tell that from the video. And you can see like Felix's reaction to like, oh my god, I can't believe they actually did this. Like, holy crap, I fucked up.
But like, you can't think that his reaction on camera was spontaneous and not planned at all. He had to have watched the video before. It's not like you send them $5 and then they do it immediately. It's you send them $5 and then they send you a video like 24 hours later. He had to have watched it before making the video. It's not like he's like, all right, let me set up my camera and let me watch this video for the first time. Like, he edited it together. He made this whole thing, and he planned that he was going to look surprised about it.
I don't know.
I'm not saying that he is literally Hitler, just saying he could have paid those guys to say anything else. And now I'm not like, it doesn't matter to me if you make fun of somebody or say something inflammatory like that. That doesn't really matter. If it's in like a joking sense, like, okay, whatever, Right. You can't really be held accountable for that. Not accountable, but you can't really like, somebody can punch you in the face if you say something that offends them. But if you're using it in a comedic sense, then you shouldn't. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with it. But especially if it has to do with religion or like religious groups, like I think that you can make fun of Jews. Okay. A lot of people don't.
Right.
Like, there's a lot of backlash.
Well, I think when it comes to comedy, I think there is no sacred cow. And I think and I think that anything that like people put on a pedestal of making a sacred cow makes it even more.
Which is really interesting, because being somebody who's raised Jewish, I see that a lot with Judaism. Like, people aren't allowed to make fun of Jewish people. It's really weird.
Well,
it happens a lot.
I think it's almost because of all the centuries of persecution that the Jews have gone through, like being blamed for the plague, being blamed for every bad thing that happened during the Dark Ages.
But
like they've been blamed for freaking, even today there's a lot of anti-Semitism, and so like I understand it, but like exactly, a joke's a joke, but I understand where like we should probably hold back a little bit on Jews, like I understand the mindset of it. I don't agree with it.
Like, okay, but here's the thing: is like, if you're gonna make fun of like Jews for being money grubbing or like stuff like that, like that's not cool. Like, that's right. I mean, at least to me, I don't appreciate that. Other people might think it's funny. Other people might be racist,
right,
or religionist, xenophobic, whatever you want to call
it.
Anti-Semitic. Yeah. Why does everything have to have a different name, Skylar?
Anti-Semitic is weird because like it's so prevalent that it had to get its own name. Because it's about being anti-Semite,
right?
And like Semite's another name for a specific sect of Judaism, but like it kind of just ended up encapsulating the entirety of Jews. So anti-Semitism, it's weird, like entomology things.
Okay, yeah.
Like there's so many weird like word things like that. So, but like what the more thing that I'm trying to get to, the point that I was making with PewDiePie is that like literally everyone is Hitler today. Like there's so many, like whenever anyone doesn't like anyone, is that like they're instantly a Nazi or they're instantly Hitler. You know, like to compare my two favorite examples right now is Obama was literally Hitler.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't think you know this, but Obama started World War III. We're living in the wrong timeline right now.
Obama is literally Hitler.
Guy, he was the Antichrist.
No. I mean like ex-president Barack Obama is Hitler. Hitler never died. Hitler
he became a 40-year-old black man.
He underwent extensive plastic surgery and a pigment transfer, and he became our president.
Yeah, no. But then what happened? What happened? He had to find someone else. He had to find someone else to take Barack Obama because Donald J. Trump is also literally Hitler.
Have you ever seen the movie Being John Malkovich?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so then you know the concept of every some odd years when the brain gets to that certain point where it matures, a bunch of old people and all of their friends that they make all climb into the head of the next person and take them over and run our country. This is what's happening.
Hitler just found
has figured it out. He didn't just find it. It's been going on for years. Because you know who else was literally Hitler? George W. Bush.
So every president since the history of time
has literally been Hitler.
Hitler has actually been doing this since the old Roman Republic.
I feel like
the first noted case of Hitler was actually Julius Caesar.
I feel like we went I feel like we went off a little like track here because I know that you wanted to talk about like calling everybody Hitler, but it turned into everybody's use of the word literally and not using it correctly.
Yeah. No, like, but people do say he's literally Hitler and all that stuff,
people,
you know?
Yeah, people are comparing a lot of people to Hitler these
Hitler,
days,
Nazis, and like, my issue with that.
A disservice to like
how bad those people were.
Yeah. Like, if you're going to say if somebody doesn't give you enough whipped cream on your Frappuccino and you say that they're literally Hitler and like a post, then you're really doing a disservice to like the awful things that Hitler and his regime did.
Yeah. Oh, hell
You're
yeah.
discrediting it.
Like,
and it's not good.
You know, and like I understand that there's a lot of people that very much hate Trump or very much hate Obama, and there's a lot of things where you can say like fuck those policies, you know. But that doesn't make them Hitler. That doesn't make them Nazis. Now, you can make a very hard argument that the national conservative movement that Trump is on is close to fascist.
Yeah.
You can make that argument. But you can't say he is actually Hitler because I actually find Hitler more pleasant to look at. He had
a cool mustache.
Like, the mustache was kind of cool. Like, minus the mustache, he's not that unattractive of a man.
Dude, okay, but have you ever seen him with his shirt off?
No, I have not. Is he a goddess?
No.
Yes, I mean goddess.
He was a vegetarian.
Yes, I know this.
He had Parkinson's.
Oh, God.
He was on a myriad of different opiates.
Oh,
and he had one of those, I don't remember the name for it is, but a sunken-in chest. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. I think it's literally just called a sunken chest.
Yeah, yes. Hitler was an unattractive man who flunked art school.
And got so angry about it that he had to kill 9 million people.
Yeah. I wonder, you know what? I wonder what young Hitler looks like. What is, like, I don't know if are there any photos of that? Or paintings? Young Hitler. I feel like I'm going to get a bunch of babies dressed up as Hitler. He still looks like an asshole.
Yeah. I think the moral of the story is if you look like an asshole, you're probably an asshole.
Yeah.
I think that's just what it is. Donald Trump looks like an asshole. He's kind of an asshole.
But some people have resting bitch face, and you can't really.
Yeah.
They could be nice.
They can be, but like they had to get that bitchiness from somewhere.
Here's an artist's rendition of what Hitler would look like without the mustache, and it is very
disturbing.
It's not okay.
Like, I'm trying to imagine it in my brain, just like I'm whiting out his mustache in my mind, and he looks more normal. Like, I think the mustache makes him
he does
like
look
dehuman.
A little more yeah.
Like,
well,
it dehumanizes him.
He did it because of Charlie Chaplin, but he didn't know that Charlie Chaplin painted it on.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Also, in like 700 years, when aliens find our human remains, they'll just remember Charlie Chaplin as the guy who killed 9 million Jews.
Yeah.
But no, my ultimate point is we need to stop calling people Hitler. We need to stop calling people Nazis. If you're going to attack someone, Attack them for the things that they have done, and then call them an asshole. Because asshole is pretty fucking generic that you can encapsulate everyone with it.
But also, if they are being a Nazi, call them out on it.
Like, if they are literally, hiling and, like, drawing swastikas and other, nationalist movement stuff.
A swift kick to the bottom.
Don't do that. But, I wouldn't condone that action. But I would say...
They just need spanking. The parents didn't spank them enough.
Oh God, I'm not going. You know what? I need music right now. So we're gonna throw it to a quick music break. And first up, we're gonna listen to some 21 Pilots. This is Ride. Actually, we're not going in yet because I accidentally signed out of the thing that supplies us with music because I am a smart person. I am so incredibly smart. So here's Ride. Oh nope. Because it's playing through the wrong thing. Oh. We are so technically unorganized right now that I need help, physical
Louis,
help.
where you at?
Right, I need physical help right now. So we're gonna try this again, and hope that I am actually good at my job, and can do this. So it's not that. There we are. All right, so we'll see you guys in 15 minutes.
Sometimes pieces of peace in the sun's peace of mind. I know it's hard sometimes. Yeah, I think about the end just way too much. But it's fun to fantasize on my enemies who wouldn't wish who I was. But it's fun to fantasize. Oh, I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. Taking my time on my ride. Taking my time on my ride. I die for you, that's easy to say. We have a list of people that we would take. A bullet for them, a bullet for you, a bullet for everybody in this room. But they don't seem to see many bullets coming through. See many bullets coming through. Metaphorically, I'm the man, but literally, I don't know what I do. I live for you, and that's hard to do. Even harder to say when you know it's not true. Even harder to write when you know that tonight there were people back home who tried talking to you, but then you ignore them still. All these questions, they're falling like, who would you live for? Who would you die for? And would you ever kill? I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. Taking my time on my ride. I've been thinking too much. 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 Help me. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. Help me. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. I'm falling, so I'm taking my time. Taking my time on my ride. So I'm taking my time on my ride. I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my. I've been thinking too much. Help me. I've been thinking too much. Help me. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. Help me. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. Help me.
see-through skin. I forgive what is within, 'cause I'm in this house, I'm in this hole all my time. Whoa, cover your crystal eyes and feel the tones that trample down your spine. Whoa, cover your crystal eyes and let your colors bleed and blend with mine.
I'm like a child looking off on the horizon. I'm like an ambulance that's turning on the sirens. Oh, I'm still alive. I'm like a soldier coming home for the first time. I dodged a bullet and I walked across a landmine. Oh, I'm still alive. Am I bleeding? Am I bleeding from the storm? Just shine a light into the wreckage so far away, away. 'Cause I'm still breathing. 'Cause I'm still breathing on my own. My head's above the rain and roses, making my way away. 'Cause I'm still breathing. 'Cause I'm still breathing on my own. My head's above the rain and roses, making my way away, my way to you. I'm like a junkie tying off for the last time. I'm like a loser that's betting on his last dime. Oh, I'm still alive. I'm like a son that was raised without a father. I'm like a mother barely keeping it together. Oh, I'm still alive. Am I bleeding? Am I bleeding from the storm? Just shine a light into the wreckage so far away, away. 'Cause I'm still breathing. 'Cause I'm still breathing on my own. My head's above the rain and roses, making my way away. 'Cause I'm still breathing. 'Cause I'm still breathing on my own. My head's above the rain and roses, making my way away, away. As I walk down on the ledge, are you scared to death to live? I've been running all my life just to find a home that's for the restless, and the truth that's in the message, making my way away, away. 'Cause I'm still breathing. 'Cause I'm still breathing on my own. My head's above the rain and roses, making my way away. 'Cause I'm still breathing. 'Cause I'm still breathing on my own. My head's above the rain and roses, making my way away. 'Cause I'm still breathing. 'Cause I'm still breathing on my own. My head's above the rain and roses, making my way away, my way to you.
Oh, Father, tell me, do we get what we deserve? Oh,
And we're back with We the Few. I am Skylar. I am joined, as always, with Jacob Sykes.
Well, hello.
And we were going to talk about a movie that Jake was very excited about, and then he got hit with an epiphany. And he needed to tell me and the rest of our audience about a fun story that he was involved with very recently. And I guess it involved a meth head?
Yeah, so Monday night, Tuesday morning, about 1:30 in the morning, I was contacted by an old friend who I shall not name.
For safety reasons.
For safety reasons. Not just safety reasons, it's just that like I don't want other people like who know him to know how bad he's doing, you know what I mean?
I feel it.
But anyway, so at about 1:30 in the morning, he asked me if we could hang out, and I'm like, yeah, sure. So I go to pick him up, and he asked me to meet him at the 7-Eleven. And I just thought he was out and about.
Specifically, how grungy was the 7-Eleven?
Oh no, it's like the nice one on Plum and Bouquet.
Okay, cool. Okay, I know that one.
It's very nice. It's new. Newer.
Yeah.
So I meet him there, and the first thing I notice is that there is a cop out.
Oh, that's
front.
fantastic.
Yeah. And I immediately am like, okay, I wonder what's going on. I don't know. I thought the cop was maybe they were just getting donuts or something. But as soon as I pulled up and parked, the cop left. And that was because my friend was in the 7-Eleven causing a scene about waiting for me. And the guy in the 7-Eleven called the cops.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah. So, but I didn't put that together until midway through because the first thing is he steps outside and he's like, I can't, like, is that Jacob? I can't see you because I don't have my contacts in, which is a normal thing to say. And
yeah, that's fairly normal.
And I'm like, yeah, man, it's me. It's like, okay, cool. My uncle kicked me out, or like my family kicked me out. Mormons are a cult, and just starts throwing this pile of stuff that he had in the back of my car. And I'm like, okay.
All right, then. This story's starting fantastically.
So I'm like, so where do you want to go, man? What do you want to do? And he starts crying, and he starts laughing. And then he's like, want to go to my childhood park? And I'm like, sure, man. Anything to get you away from me so I can, like, drop you off and leave you somewhere. So
You are the best friend right now, Jake.
Dude, let me explain to you. Okay, well you'll
continue
see.
Continue the story
You'll
and then explain
see
later.
why I'm having, like, this fear, this anxiety right now.
Okay.
So as he gets in my car, he tells me that he is a member of the CIA.
Okay. Beautiful.
And then says, haha, California Institute of the Arts. And then I'm like, oh, haha, that's so funny. And he's like, but I also actually know all the names of the leaders of the CIA, and I'm trying to release them, but people don't want me to, so whenever I sleep out on the street, someone's pricking me with PCP. And he starts coughing. He's like, I'm sorry if I'm coughing too much. I'm coughing up yellow bile because of the PCP. So I don't know if he was actually on PCP or just on meth, but he did tell me straight up that he was on a lot of crystal. And then, so we start driving, and he puts on the radio, and Rihanna comes on, and he starts crying, and then starts laughing, and then starts crying again, and then starts laughing, and then rolls down all the windows, and then rolls them up, and then rolls them down, and then dances outside of the car, and then starts crying again. Meanwhile, telling me that the back of his head is flat, which it is. He made me feel it.
Okay.
Because he is an extreme empath and not from this world. And when he turns 23 on October 22nd, the aliens will sacrifice his body for humanity, and he will unleash the big one on the world.
The big one.
The big one. He kept referring to the big one.
What is the big one? Did he ever describe this?
He never described it for me. He just said the big one's going to come.
So is it like a big creature? Is it a big event?
I don't know. I think it's a big event. I think it's a shift in consciousness, maybe. So now let me tell you this other thing. So this guy was a friend back in the day, was a lot more quiet, but still very artistic, went to Cal Arts, and then was expelled from Cal Arts.
Okay.
Cal Arts is a clothing optional campus. Think about how hard it is to be expelled from Cal Arts.
Right.
So then he told me that Shia LaBeouf's art piece, #I'm sorry, was stolen from him.
Okay.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Then he tells me for his 23rd birthday, nothing about the big one happening anymore. Then he
Okay.
tells me he's going to have a block party on Hollywood and Highland.
Okay.
Okay. and everyone's going to be there, including Lady Gaga, because she was on the radio at that point. She was like, she's coming too. Why not? It's my birthday. Why wouldn't she come?
Because, I'm not even going to get into that. I'm not going to warrant that with a response.
So at this point, I've driven in circles for a while.
Okay.
Because I don't want to stop the car because he's too loud, and it's already at this point, it's about 2:30 in the morning.
Okay.
So I'm like, and at this point, I'm getting really uncomfortable. Like, he's being very erratic. There was a point where, for a solid 5 minutes, he was just staring at me, and I didn't turn my head. I could see him out of the corner of my eye, but I didn't want to turn my head and make eye contact because I didn't know what was going to happen. But he was just really, like, staring at me.
He was just, like, stalking you with his eyes.
Yeah, like, it felt like he was tearing me to shreds with his eyes. And I was like, I'm not having this. So I was like, oh, man, I have to, like, go to work in the morning. So I was thinking about going to, like, sleep soon, And he was like, oh, okay, can you like, where do you live? And I was like, I live over in Candy Country. And he's like, can you drop me off somewhere over there? And I'm like, sure. So I started driving him over there. And he has me take him to his ex-boyfriend's house.
Okay.
We sit in the car. We play music. He cries, then tells me he has a cluster headache and tells me to take him to the hospital. We start driving towards the hospital. He turns the music all the way up. And then I'm like, I'm thinking, like, that's probably not a good idea for, like, a cluster headache.
Yeah, it's like if you have a cluster headache, you're probably hurting yourself more now than you were.
Well, so then we get towards Valencia, and I'm like, okay, man. Like, where are we headed? The hospital? And he's like, no, man, I just need some mushrooms. Like, that's how you cure cluster headaches. And I'm like, all right, man. But it's
Beautiful.
also 3:30 in the morning. Where are we going to get mushrooms?
Like, what dealer is awake at... Actually, that's not a good question.
Yeah, no, there are plenty of dealers awake at 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah. There's a bunch of dealers dealing at 3:30 in the morning, probably.
And then he's like, okay, I know where to go. And he has me drive him. Yes. No. He knows where he's going to end his night.
Okay.
And he has me take him over to where the Noah's Bagels and the Starbucks is, over by Chuck E. Cheese and like that, like Stevenson Ranch area.
Oh, the Valencia Marketplace.
Yes.
Yeah.
So right in there, there's a big amphitheater right there.
Yeah.
In between, like, the buildings. So we keep walking along this pathway until we get behind the businesses, and he puts on 4 sweaters and like 3 extra pairs of pants, and then just curls up on the ground, and then like falls asleep. And I'm like, all right, I'm getting out of here.
I'm done with this.
Yeah, and I just walked away. I was like, I need to be done with this. And then, so the weirdest thing is that we made the plan.
Wait, that wasn't the weirdest thing?
Well, no, the whole thing is really weird.
Okay.
But then we made these, the plans were made on Facebook, like, through, like, a thread.
Okay.
And then the next day, at, like, maybe 1 o'clock in the afternoon, he commented on them as if it hadn't happened yet, asking me, like, where I was.
Wait. So he just forgot the entire thing happened.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's strung out on crystal meth, chances are his brain is being a little fucky. True. So I can't put it past him on that much, but at the same time, like, so when did you pick him up?
Probably about 1:30.
So from about 1:30 to about, say, 4 o'clock in the morning?
4:30, yeah.
4:30 in the morning.
I didn't get home until 4:30.
Okay, so about 4 in the morning is when you dropped him off, roughly.
Yeah.
So from about 1:30 to 4, so about 2.5 hours you spent with this guy, and in that entire time he didn't become sober enough to remember any part of it.
I don't know, because he didn't, like, contact me afterwards and, like, let me know or anything.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, this guy was so strung out that his mental facilities were destroyed.
Yeah. It was absolutely terrifying.
And like, has he contacted you since?
No.
Okay. So, I mean, overall, I guess you kind of lucked out in not being either killed, maimed, or put in jail from that night. So that's a plus.
Yeah, true.
Hey.
Yeah, that is a plus. Yeah.
So, but I think what you should never do is get a meth head in your car ever again.
Yeah, I mean, again, it was all under the guise of just hanging out. I had no idea that I was picking him up after he'd been kicked out of his parents' house. And,
yeah,
like apparently beaten.
Apparently beaten.
Apparently beaten. He showed me
Oh.
a small speck of blood on his hand, and he was like, "Look what they did to me." And I'm like,
Look what they did. I probably did this to myself.
But he also, but I don't know if he was talking about his parents doing that or if that's one of the prick marks from the PCP. I'm not sure. From the
CIA,
the plainclothes government pricking him with PCP. But yeah, that's the story I wanted to share with you. I just thought that it was absolutely bizarre and an interesting way. I don't know. Well, can we talk about the
I don't
weather?
know. But like saying the government pricking with PCP, it kind of actually reminds me of one of my favorite stories at when I used to work at GameStop. So long time ago, after Skylar was had left his family's house and decided I'm going to live on my own with my grandmother because my grandmother's barely coherent enough to take care of herself, let alone me. So I'm like 19, 20 at this point, working at GameStop, and a guy comes in. And he's selling everything. All of his games, all of his consoles, everything. He ends up... And for anyone who has ever traded in with GameStop, you know how very little they give in games.
Nothing.
Yeah. And, like, for business reasons, I understand it. Never been against it. But the guy ends up selling and making about $330 in consoles and games combined.
Uh-huh.
A lot of money.
Yeah,
he was trading in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
All right. And so we're just like, yo, why are you selling all this stuff, man? He's just like, I need to get rid of it. I got to get out of town. And we're like, okay, that's weird. That's interesting. So this kid comes up and he wants to buy a brand new Xbox 360. He wants to get the new black one, the slim model that just came out.
Uh-huh.
And the guy's like, just got his gift card. And he's like, hey kid, you don't. The kid ended up not having enough money, so he's like, hey. You want this gift card? And he's like trying to give the kid the $320 worth of GameStop credit that he just got. Okay. Didn't take the cash, which would have been about like $260.
Uh-huh.
All right. So didn't take the cash. And then got the gift card
and
tried to give it away to a kid who just came in, never met the kid before in his life. And we're like, why are you trying to get rid of this? Because the government knows I know. What? What do you know? What? The aliens are coming, man, and I know about it, and I have all the secrets, and the government have finally tracked me down, and they want to take me. So I'm selling all of my stuff, and I need to get out of here now. And me and my assistant manager at the time just look at each other like, oh my God, we found one. We found a tinfoil hat wearer.
Oh, yes.
And so, like, he hands the kid the card, walks out. And, like, he stands at the entryway of GameStop for a second, looks both ways, and looks really frantic, puts his hood on. This is in May. And he throws his hood on.
Oh, my.
And walks away. And so I try to, like, go out for a second and look out, and he's nowhere to be found.
Whoa, he was abducted. Aliens,
So,
this is going back to the last show.
So I'm just saying, like,
well,
that
did you see any black sedans?
No. So I worked at the mall.
Oh,
so,
this was the one at the mall.
This is the one at the mall. So, like, I walk out, and then, like, I don't see him in the crowd at all.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, it was weird. Granted, he probably just booked it out of there. But, like, it was just one of those things where it's like, I walk out a few seconds after, and, like, he's gone. I'm like, that's weird. Either way, though, weird stories are weird. Everyone's got them. We're going to throw to a quick music break. This is actually Jake's playlist. And first up is This What You Wanted by Leonard Cohen.
I was the morning after. You were Jesus Christ, my Lord. I was the money lender. You were the sensitive woman. I was the very Reverend Freud. You were the manual orgasm. I was the dirty little boy. And is this what you wanted? To live in a house that is haunted by the ghost of you and me. this what you wanted? To live in a house that is haunted by the ghost of you and me. You were Marlon Brando, I was Steve McQueen. You were KY Jelly, I was Vaseline. You were the father of modern medicine, yeah, I was Mr. Clean. You were the whore and the beast of Babylon, I was Rin Tin Tin. And is this what you wanted? To live in a house that is haunted by the ghost of you and me? And is this what you wanted? To live in a house that is haunted by the ghost of you and me? You got old and wrinkled, I stayed 17. You lusted after so many, I lay here with one. You defied your solitude, I came through alone. You said you could never love me, I undid your gown. And is this what you wanted? To live in a house that is haunted by the ghost of you and me? And is this what you wanted? To live in a house that is haunted by the ghost of you and me? I mean, is this what you wanted? To live in a house that is haunted by the ghost of you and me? That's right, is this what you wanted?
How long before the hate that we hold lead us to another Holocaust? So we so deep in it that we can't end it, stop, hold, ever call it off. It's too clear, nuclear's too near, and the holders of the Molotov say the revolution's right here, right now, hand name calling off.
Wake up, roll an eight up, throw a double finger with a fist. Here at the abyss, I will be your tour guide. It is wartime, check your wrist.
Ready, kids?
Over to your right, shine a light. Got a bevy ready for the fight. I just wanna live, I don't wanna ever have to load a clip. Only hunt bliss. I am still a kid in my heart, but these motherfuckers sick. They don't give a shit, not at all. They don't even wanna let you take a little piss in a pot. Listen along, they don't want your love. Shit is bug. Motherfuckers steady getting rich from the blood. Love when you bet. Trust, I would sooner put a fucking pair of lips to the sun. Love will survive, running under iridescent lights for our lives. I would be surprised if we ever got the feeling so alive as tonight. Wild for the night. Look into my eyes, I am standing at your side for the fight. Minds over mine, swear to God, they can barely even see the dog. They don't see the size of the fight.
Wake up, drink water, smoke blunt, clean oil, my Kalishnikov. Stockpile 10 for me and friends, case shit get the popping off. The evening news giving you views, telling you to pick your master for president. Been behind the curtain, seen the devil working, came back with some evidence. I'm here to tell you, don't let them tell you what's right, wrong. Make love, smoke kush, try to laugh hard and live long. That's the antidote, you defeat the devil when you hold on to hope. Cause getting folk life is beautiful and we ain't got to die for the mother men. And I refuse to kill another human being in the name of a government. Cause I don't study war no more. I don't hate the poor no more. Getting more ain't what's more. Only thing more is the love. So when you see me, please greet me with a heart full and a pound and a hug.
Take my soul. Bring me home from the town. Take me up, take me up, take me up. Take me up, take me up, take me up.
Seen the devil give a sermon in a church, seen an angel dancing in a club. Trying to feed a baby, so I threw 1,000 in the air and blessed her with a hug. I done been down so many times, walked on like a dirty rug. And now that I made it, can't fake it, gotta give me what I'm truly worthy of.
And I don't know how much it really means to be right. But what a joy it be to see some peace in this life. When it occurs to me that maybe we ain't even really seeing it right here in the dark, hoping just to see a beam of the light. Take my soul. Bring me home from the town. Take me up, take me up, take me up. Take me up, take me up, take me up. I'm your mama, I'm your daddy, I'm that nigga in the alley. I'm your doctor when in need, want some coke, have some weed. You know me, I'm your friend, your main boy, thick and thin. I'm your pusher man. I'm your pusher man. Ain't I clean, bad machine, super cool, super mean, feeling good for the man, super fly, here I stand, secret stash, heavy bread, baddest bitches in the bed. I'm your pusher man. I'm your pusher man. I'm your pusher man. Silent life of crime. A man of odd circumstance, a victim of ghetto demands. Feed me money for style, and I'll let you trip for a while. Insecure from the past, how long can a good thing last? Ooh. Got to be mellow, y'all. Gotta get mellow now. Push a man, get mellow, y'all.
are all junkies to see. Ghetto Prince is my thing. Making love's how I swing. I'm your pusher man. I'm your pusher man. 2 bags, please, for a generous fee. Make your world what you want it to be. Got a woman I love desperately. Wanna give her something better than me. Been told I can't be nothing else. Just a hustler in spite of myself. I know I can make it. This life just don't make it. Lord, Lord, yeah. Got to get mellow now. Gotta be mellow, y'all. Got to get mellow now. I'm your mama, I'm your daddy, I'm that nigga in the alley. I'm your doctor when in need. Want some coke, have some weed. You know me, I'm your friend, your main boy, thick and thin. I'm your pusher man. I'm your pusher man. I'm your pusher man. Pusher man.
And we are back once again. I am Skylar Barty, joined as always by Jacob Sykes. We're going to give you a quick weather and traffic update. And if you live in Santa Clarita, I heard you guys like clouds because that's all we're getting for the next ever. Clouds, clouds, and more clouds. Today, tomorrow, and Saturday, we're looking at rain. And then Sunday, God said, let there be light. So there's going to be no rain on Sunday. But it'll come back again on Monday and Tuesday. And then we're just looking at more clouds. 60-degree weather all the time because it's still technically winter, right? Right? Yeah.
I'm not going to dignify that with a response.
God damn it. Okay.
Yeah, it's still technically winter.
It's still technically winter. I mean, it's California winter, but we get the benefit of watching the rest of the country suffer.
It's a very strange winter.
Yeah, it really is. And on the traffic side, if you guys are coming in from the valley, be prepared for the standard 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock traffic. Right around the 14 interchange, there's really heavy traffic, backed up all the way past Newhall Avenue. If you're going past the Grapevine, there was an accident near the 126, just past Magic Mountain. It's kind of slowed down the freeway over there, so put some music on. That's coming towards LA. So if you're on the southbound 5 coming from that direction, it's going to be a little slow. That being said, though, I mean, I just got this tweet, and I shared it with Jacob off the air, which is Wolfgang Puck includes items like chocolate Oscars and lobster corn dogs for the Oscars. And now I need this in my life.
The closest that some of those black actors ever get to an Oscar. And that's not a racist statement. It's a statement based on how terrible the Oscars are about representing African Americans in the film industry. Please don't take that the wrong way. That's a really bad.
That's
a really bad out of context soundbite.
Why? I wish we still kept the name out of context.
Yeah, that's not our show.
Oh God, no. But I'm not even going to get into the racial overtones. I'm just saying I want myself some lobster corn dogs.
I do want a lobster corn dog. Well, I mean, I bet you could go to the county fair, the Orange County Fair, and find something like a lobster corn dog. It's going to cost you like $17, but you can get one. You can get fried anything at a festival.
Festivals just kind of fry everything,
county
or
fair.
like the festivals, any real place in the South kind of just fries everything.
No, you're putting a little... No, man.
Texas fries everything.
Not everything. They don't fry their barbecue, dude.
They have fried barbecue!
Okay, what?
Yeah, when I was living in
doesn't
North Carolina,
exist.
there was this restaurant that actually would barbecue, like they would slow cook barbecue steaks and ribs, and then they'd bread them and deep fry them.
Oh my god.
And it was terribly wonderful. Like, I hated and loved every second of it. Like, my entire stomach felt like it just wanted to die.
I can't. That's so incredible.
Like, it sounds like it, but, like, in terms of the flavor, like, it was okay. In terms of, like, just the pure idea of it was, like, 5-star restaurant quality. Like, deep fry barbecue. Come on. Who thought of that?
Dude, somebody very, very intelligent. Somebody very, very intelligent.
Someone
in their
very, very
trailer
intelligent,
park.
and someone
was
from the
like-
South.
Yeah.
Like, that is just my answer for everything. Someone from the South. Like, and
Who invented hand soap?
probably someone from the South.
I don't know, dude. Come on.
No, actually, it's probably someone from England. Someone from Europe.
Yeah, someone from Europe.
Someone from Europe.
Medical advances were made in Europe because they weren't afraid to really mess around inside of a body. Like, they would do some really awful... Do you know about early, 1800s medical practices in U.S.?
Oh, yeah. No, they were bad.
It is awful.
So my favorite story about medicine in the United States is the only surgical procedure with a 300% mortality rate.
Lobotomies?
No. So, 100% mortality rate means that it killed every patient in that.
Right.
In that.
And so 300% killed the doctor, the nurse, and the patient?
No. So So what happened was a man got gangrene,
Okay.
and so they went to amputate. Except the amputate killed the man.
Okay.
All right. And then while performing it, I believe one of the nurses got nicked and ended up succumbing to that wound later. And then while watching, a bystander watching had actually fainted and killed themselves by watching the operation.
No way.
Yeah, like making it the only operation that has ever happened with a 300% mortality rate. Like, it's because sterilization was not a thing.
When you said 300%, I registered it as 100% because 300% didn't make sense to me. But
Now
I
it
get
does.
Wow.
Yeah. That it's just a very clear sign of how terrible medical practices in the 1800s were. Sterilization, what is?
Well, you know about how George Washington died, right?
No.
It's
I
really-
think I remember. I think I heard about it, but I don't remember.
So George Washington caught a cold,
Oh, yeah.
and they didn't know how to deal with it, so they took about 5 liters of his blood.
Yeah, and then he died from blood loss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Had they not have kept drawing blood from him, he probably would have lived.
Yeah, probably.
But he didn't because his doctor took so
No.
much blood from him.
No. It was a barber.
It was a Dr. Barber.
Yeah, but I was like, but technically it was not a doctor because barbers would
They're
be the
medical
ones who
barbers.
did bloodletting. So, like, doctors would be the one to
Well, no,
recommend you to
I
a
feel like they were
bloodletter.
using leeches. I
Huh?
think that leeches were involved.
Okay, I was saying if it was a
Yeah.
bloodletter, then it would be a barber. Because barbers were bloodletters until the early 1900s. And then they just did hair.
Okay, so I could go to the Cannon Country barbershop if this was back in the
Yeah.
day, and I could go and just hey, why don't you take a little off the top, and also why don't you drain me of some of my blood? I feel a cold coming on.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That was a
We need
thing.
to bring that. We need to bring that back.
We need to never remember that ever, because that's just a terrible. It's a terrible medical thing that happened. But then I remember about all the things that GNC and vitamin shops sell, and then I just remember that they're just still getting away with it. It's just different practices,
Right.
And you remember why, maybe some regulation and checking what's going into our bodies is a little intelligent, So I'm not accidentally consuming lizard tail that does nothing, or
Hey, you don't know that, dude. I took when I was going to school in Oregon, I took a Chinese herbal medicine class.
Oh, beautiful.
And it was very extensive and took you through a lot of things. So, like, yeah, you never know what. It's weird. So one of the first things we learned was how to make this. It was like a drink, but it was all these different herbs, and all of them were treated differently. Like, some of them were like fried in honey. Some of them had like been preserved with this like certain like method of salt or something. You know,
Right.
Everything was different, and depending on how you use it, it affects different parts of the body and different temperatures and so on and so forth.
Right.
And if you were to take this mixture and analyze it in a lab, it had the exact same chemical compound, plus or minus a few extra things because you're working with like plants, as aspirin.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's legit science. You don't know what's in it.
Well, yeah,
in a
no,
lizard's tail.
that's essentially. Well, I'm saying like that's essentially like alchemy. Like, and I don't mean like alchemy as in like transmutation to like one thing to another. I'm telling you like fantasy alchemy, which is about taking ingredients, turning them into potions and poultices and stuff like that.
That poor dog daughter.
Huh?
That poor dog
Oh,
daughter.
Big Brother Edward, is it time to play?
Oh, no.
Oh, I just any anime fans listening right now just
Are all
got
cringing.
caught by feels.
I do want to. I do want to go back real quick to the death of George Washington.
Okay.
Because I was just reading about it a little bit. I listened to a podcast on it, and they said all this information, but I just wanted to like look at it again because I remember there's some ridiculous things. So in the beginning, so this was all done
In the beginning.
In the beginning,
Okay.
so there was a doctor there, like the White House doctor, but they were waiting for George Washington's like childhood physician, like
Okay.
been friends and comrades for 40 years. And while they were waiting for his arrival, the other doctor extracted a half pint of his blood, and then even though Martha was telling him, no, don't do that, that's a bad idea, and then gave Washington a mixture of molasses, butter, and vinegar to soothe his throat. But because of the molasses, it choked him. It almost killed him right there. Oh, and then after he died, he stayed in the house for 3 days, I think. They just left him in there, and he started to rot. Let's see. He was not buried for 3 days.
You know what? That sounds exactly like how America would treat its first president. I'm honestly not surprised. America, what the fuck?
Yeah, seriously, what the fuck?
We're the country that allowed Four Loko to go as long as it did.
It's still around.
No, I mean original Four Loko.
Dude, well, you can still get, there's this stuff called Aftershock.
Right.
No, it's called Red Eye. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And it is disgusting vodka that is mixed with just pure unadulterated caffeine. It's just vodka and caffeine.
So it's an original Four Loko.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's a combo that should, like, even Red Bull on the bottle says do not mix with alcohol.
Because you're going to have a really good time.
What does America do? Create, like, Red Bull and Jack.
Oh, it's so good.
Like
Dude,
literally
vodka
have
Red Bull
mixed
is one of the greatest drinks ever,
like
for real.
literally has mixed Red Bull with every single alcoholic combination of all time.
Because it tastes
except
good.
for maybe wine.
It doesn't taste good on its own. It tastes really good with some alcohol in it.
But like it has the warning on the freaking bottle.
What you have to do is you have to take the Red Bull, which isn't good on its own, and you take the Jägermeister, which also isn't good on its own, and you would think two not good things on their own coming together would still make something that's not good, but it creates something beautiful, and then you throw up.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the throwing up's the reason why they tell you not to do this.
No, but it's fine. It's fine. We're young. We're partying.
Yeah, I don't party.
I don't either. I don't know anybody.
Yeah, like I've been to parties, but I'm the guy sitting in the chair watching all the dumb people do stuff because it's hilarious.
Yeah, if there's a dog there, I'm sitting in a chair, I'm playing with your dog, and I'm watching everybody be an asshole.
Yeah, no,
unless I'm getting drunk and then I'm that asshole.
Like the last party, and okay, no, if we're gonna get into, you told a fun story, I need to tell.
Okay, please.
So a couple weeks ago, I was at Anime Los Angeles. I was the department head for sales to members, which means I ran the official Anime Los Angeles merch booth.
Okay.
All right. We got free room and food for the weekend as a staff member.
That's
right?
really sweet.
And no, it was a lot of fun. If you've never been to Anime Los Angeles, come next year. We're on the Ontario Convention Center. It's a lot of fun. If you like anime, it's a good time. All right. Now, my friends and I all had 4 rooms within the same block, so I could just knock on their door. Like, I could just literally walk out my door, walk across the hall. Party's happening. So we start having a really drunk party. And the first part of this story is this guy named Bert. All right? And I'm going to say his name because I don't have to say his last name. He doesn't go to school here. And no one really here knows him. But Bert had a fun time and signed a contract with the people who were staying in that room that said, any drink that is handed to me in room, I don't remember what room it was. I was like, in room 3093, I will consume.
Oh, no, I've heard about this. I think I did hear this story.
All right.
Keep going.
Yeah, you probably heard the story. But
I may have heard this, but I don't know all the details. Please enlighten me.
So he signs that contract. Then his friend signs another contract that says the same exact thing, except it says, I will drink every drink that Bert drinks plus 1. So, my friend Demi, actually, I think you know Demi. So our friend Demi,
out at a punk house together. We used to be punks together.
That's
back
fantastic.
In junior high.
So our friend Demi ends up lining up an escalator, and an escalator is a series of shots that start from the lowest amount of alcohol to the highest amount of alcohol.
Yeah.
So Bert gets through it, all 6 of his shots. He downs it. He's a champ.
So then this other guy has to do 12.
No, this other guy has to do 7 because every drink plus 1. So he did an escalator plus 1.
Oh, I thought it would be like
every
single drink plus 1.
No.
So like if he drank a shot, he'd have to drink that same shot.
Yeah,
plus
but because the
shot.
escalator is technically 1 drink through.
Got it.
So he drank 7.
He
He made it to
that
drink.
is not 1 drink, but go on.
He made it to shot 5 and gave up. Had to instantly go to the bathroom.
Okay, yeah, I would
Vomit.
do the same thing.
So Bert takes that as, I'm a god, I can keep drinking.
Oh, no.
And consumes 3 more shots. He feels fine for like 15 minutes. Like, yeah, man, woo, I got this. Come on. And then after that 15 minutes,
right away.
After that 15 minutes, he spends the next 2 hours praying to the porcelain gods.
Driving the porcelain bus.
And he ended up being literally dragged out, like people holding him and his feet dragging behind him out of our hotel room 2 hours after that. That's story 1. Later that same night, our friend Aniel had been telling stories about drunken antics. Huh?
I love Aniel.
Aniel's the greatest man, okay?
I haven't seen him in a while.
Aniel tells stories about all of the drunk antics of our friends, and their roommate comes back, and she was one of my employees at the sales to members booth, and she starts saying, I got one. I have a story about the drunken crap that we've done. And we're like, okay, she seems like a pretty nice girl. This is probably going to be pretty tame. She's like, yeah. So I live in Orange County, and me and my friends got really drunk one time, and we decided, you know what? We're going to scrounge all our money up together, and we're going to buy a bus ticket. Okay. And so we ended up getting this bus ticket to Nashville, and we sent our friend to Nashville. They drunkenly bought a bus ticket and sent their friend, who was smashed, to Nashville. When he got there, he obviously got there sober and realized that he did not have enough money to get back. 6 years later, he still lives in Nashville.
No.
Yes.
Wait, so what did he just somehow find a job in Nashville?
No, he was homeless for 2 years.
Oh my God.
For 2 years, this man lived homeless in Nashville because his friends drunkenly sent him there because one day he mentioned that he wanted to be a country music star. This is the greatest I got drunk and fucked up story of all time.
Yeah.
And our friend Aniel literally, like, boarded up, collapsed on the bed, and been like, I've never been so drunk, I sent someone to Nashville. So, we're going to send it to another music break. When we come back, we'll do a quick little outro and inform you of some new things that we got going on. But this is Tupac with California Love.
to the Wild Wild West. A state that's untouchable like Elliot Ness. The track hits your eardrum like a slug to your chest. Like a vest for your Jimmy in the city of sex. We in that sunshine state where the bomb ass him be. The state where you never find a dance floor empty and pimp speed. On a mission for them greens. Lean, mean, money making machines, serving fiends. I've been in the game for 10 years making rap tunes. Ever since Honeys was wearing Sassoon, now it's 95 and they clock me and watch me diamond shining, looking like I'm Rob Liberace. It's all good from Diego to the Bay. Your city is the bomb if your city making pay. Throw up a finger if you feel the same way. Straight putting it down for California, yeah.
She has me like a Pisces when I am weak. I've been locked inside your heart-shaped box for weeks. I've been drawn into your magnet trap. I wish I could eat your cancer when you turn black. Hey, wait, I got a real complaint. Forever and down to your prices advice. Hey, wait, I got a real complaint. Forever and down to your prices advice. Hey, wait, I got a real complaint. Forever and down to your prices advice. Your advice.
When I was a boy, I saw my daddy crying at the steering wheel, and oh, it made me feel so scared. Then there was joy from my religion, swimming in a choir of voices, and oh, I knew that I'd been spared, that I'd be saved some sunny day, saved from throwing my life away, that I'd be saved some sunny day from throwing my life away. Keep singing, whoa, keep singing, praise it to the heavens with my voice ringing. Keep singing, whoa, keep singing, clap to the beat till my hands stinging, and I'll be saved some sunny day from throwing my life away. I'm a wide-eyed father, blessed are the children, oh, our greatest reward. And with these hands I'll move a mountain, build a castle to keep you safe. Of this you know you can be sure, and you'll be saved some sunny day, safe from throwing your life away. You'll be saved some sunny day from throwing your life away. Keep singing, whoa, keep singing, praise it to the heavens with your voices ringing. Keep singing, whoa, keep singing, clap to the beat till your hands are stinging, and you'll be saved some sunny day from throwing your life away. Sunny day from throwing your life away. Keep singing, whoa.
And that was Journeys with Any Way You Want It. I love that song, honestly. Both that and the cover that Rise Against does. Really good song. Either way, that's going to wrap it up for us here at We the Few. My name, as always, is Skylar Barty. And you, sir, with the wonderful beard, as always.
It's Jacob.
And
Jacob Sykes.
Yeah, Jacob Sykes.
Don't
Specifically, because starting, not next week, because COC is closed tomorrow and Monday for President's Day. So we will be back again next Thursday at hopefully 6:30 to 8 as we normally do. And then we'll be back to our normal schedules of Monday to Thursday. And on Mondays, we'll be joined by the wonderfully hilarious Jake Barbas. And that'll be a fun time, I think.
Should be really fun.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that. You can follow me at Solace on Twitter, at Solace on Instagram, and follow my Facebook page, Skylar Barty. It's a kind of a journalist page, so you can find it. Jake, where can they follow you?
You can follow me on my personal Facebook page, Jacob Sykes. I post a lot of awful things on there. Be sure to like them. You can follow me on Instagram. It used to be at Physical Touch. I just changed it. It is now the name that I make music under. It is at Nicotine Mantis.
Nicotine Mantis.
And then you can follow me on SoundCloud also. The name is also Nicotine Mantis.
All right. And I will get the Facebook page up shortly, but we do now have an official Twitter handle for We the Few. It's at We the Few Show. Go ahead and follow us and tweet at us. Let us know things that you want us to talk about here on the show.
And if you pay me $30, I'll give you the password.
I will then change the password and then not give it to Jake.
And then I'll have the $30.
So really, do you want to send $30 to not get the password?
Well, they'll have it. I mean, they can send it to me while you're not around, and then they can change some things, and people can see it just for a little bit. It's like
if any of you pay $30 to Jake, I want you to know you're also paying $30 for me to hit him in the kneecaps with a hammer.
I am going to start a Fiverr account where for every $5 I will give you the new Twitter password.
You're kicked off the Twitter. I'm changing the password tonight. All right, that does it for here at We the Few. We'll see you guys next week.